feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed, never stressed. Hey Pavlovs!
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here,
smash that subscribe button right now.
And remember to hit the notification button so you don't miss another one of our videos. Last month, we headed to Portland from LAX. So in every city we travel to, we are always looking for dog-friendly things to do. This time we were traveling with our friends Emily and Talk, and they have 2 dogs. It was really important that we found places that fit our schedule and our needs, but also was inclusive of the dogs. We've never been to Portland, so it was our first time, so we didn't really have a feel about how dog-friendly it was. So we wanted to make a video about some dog-friendly places or not so dog-friendly places in Portland.
In the past when we've traveled, we've stayed at hotels and we've also stayed at Airbnbs. And so this time, we actually stayed at an Airbnb.
Yeah, so unfortunately, there are not a lot of hotels in Portland actually that are dog friendly. So we thought we would look on Airbnb. And that also was not a great lead. So honestly, there is not a lot of housing that is dog friendly. I think we had a choice of maybe 5 or 6 different places in Portland that were close to downtown and dog friendly. So if you are looking for a place that's dog friendly in Oregon, I suggest that you look early. And it could have also been that we went on a weekend that was for Oregon Corgi Beach Day. So maybe the housing was limited because we went during a pretty dog-oriented weekend. So keeping that in mind, making sure that you book housing early. And yeah, we found a cute Airbnb in the northeast region of Oregon that was super close to the airport and convenient. It was super cute, quite quaint and kind of rustic feel.
Yeah, very earthy.
Yeah, super earthy, but I found that a lot of the Airbnbs in Portland tended to be very earthy. So get ready for that. Unless you're staying in a hotel, don't expect like a luxurious place for you and your pet.
That's kind of the vibe, earthiness and the nature of it, and so like I actually enjoy staying at an Airbnb in Portland because it didn't feel as industrialized.
Who it is? Portland! Anthony is a huge coffee lover, so our first stop was a place called Kainos.
You guys matched the fence.
Had outdoor space, and for the most part was dog friendly. There were bagels.
They had this Pop-Tart thing they made, like a homemade Pop-Tart.
It had a really cute aesthetic on the inside.
It's quite good.
Good.
House-made lavender syrup. Oh, we can make lavender.
Definitely recommend them for the coffee and breakfast if you are in the area.
Cute place, love the food. It was a good stop for us.
Bagel Club.
Bagel Club.
Bagel Club.
So after we grabbed some coffee and some bagels, we headed to Cannon Beach, which was about like 2 hours away from Portland, maybe an hour and a half. Beautiful scenic drive. There's a huge rock there. It's also known as like Haystack Beach because it looks like a giant haystack in the ocean.
Oh, it's fucking huge. It's way bigger than I thought.
Big haystack.
I thought it was like 8 feet tall.
Where are we at?
We're at Cannon Beach. And we're gonna go hang out with some Portland Corgis.
Woo!
It's a Corgi!
It's a Corgi.
All right, let's go.
Corgi Beach Day.
We took a few pictures with it and it was just gorgeous in the background.
I think by far it was the cutest.
The cutest rock in
The
the world.
cutest rock in the world. No, I think by far it was probably the prettiest beach I've gone to. It wasn't as hot. It actually rained when we were out there. But in terms of like the beauty of and uniqueness of the nature that we were able to see there was great. There was a lot of space between the ocean and the sand, which created a great opportunity for the dogs to play around. The waters were pretty tame. Pictures were great. Beautiful place to be.
I think the best part about this beach For me, as a pet owner, I'm always concerned about Pavlov consuming too much salt water because all he wants to do is play fetch. And you know, a lot of corgis also like to play fetch, so they consume a lot of salt water when they fetch the ball or stick. This beach was particularly interesting because it had like a freshwater stream coming from who the heck knows where, going through the beach. Like I don't even think we touched the ocean water once. I think there was like a weird stream that went through the sand and all the dogs played there.
There's someone else's stick. Hi. He's like, I want that stick. You want this stick? Everybody? Oh, you want the stick? Okay, you guys want the stick? Okay.
Like all the dogs were drinking from the water and keeping hydrated, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, saltwater poisoning if your dog was out there for too long.
Get it.
Just a quick note on the drive there, you did talk about how beautiful it was, tons of trees, nature. There was not a lot of reception the entire time, and actually a lot of places that we went to in Oregon, or at least like in long distances.
Oh yeah.
And so like obviously that's okay. That's why you go to nature, is to get away from the city and to get away from technology. But make sure that you load your destination before you go.
After we were done at Corgi Beach today, which we had a blast at, by the way, we actually headed to Tillamook. Okay, so the Tillamook factory was about an hour away from Cannon Beach, so we thought we'd take the opportunity to stop by for lunch.
I'm so happy. Oh my gosh.
You can't take them to.
This is the dream. We need to rinse our feet.
It was really cool, but I wouldn't say it was the most dog-friendly place. They had an outdoor area, patio, that you can kind of grab outdoor ice cream and then sit down. But a majority of the factory is actually indoors, which is not pet friendly. So the kind of like a showcase room of how they make and package the cheese, so dogs weren't allowed in there. There was a big store that sold all the cheese and ice cream, also not dog friendly. So if you're going alone, I wouldn't suggest it because then you'd have to leave your dog outside with a bunch of random strangers, right? It was so crowded.
It was really crowded. So yeah, if you're going alone, it's kind of tough for it to be dog friendly. But yeah, definitely something to consider.
I think you can probably skip out on the tour. We went on a Saturday, prime time for tourists during the summer. It was kind of boring.
Anything?
Nope. Oh, it leaves us.
There's boxes. Yeah.
Like there wasn't much to see in the like factory sense.
But I think it's definitely something that you can knock off really quickly and also miss if you don't have the time. The next morning we went to Screen Door, which was amazing.
Okay, so we have arrived at the famed, what's it called? I don't know. But there's a lot of people in line.
Closed door.
Oh, Screen Door. And it's not open yet, but we sent Mom to go park the car.
I see the line. Does it go around the corner?
But it is dog friendly. There's patio space, and we definitely saw corgis there.
Yeah, so if you want to bring your dog, you might have to wait a little longer for a patio seat. But if you're just wanting to go in and eat pretty quickly, I would say just leave the doggos at home if you can.
We didn't bring the dogs just because we had 4 adults and 3 dogs to manage, and so that's always a difficult time getting a table when you have those numbers.
Chicken and wops.
Yee, so excited. We're almost there. We're not too far.
They're known for their chicken and waffles, which was pretty unique, and it was tasty but different than other chicken and waffles that we had.
You guys, look at this.
What a spread.
What? Are you ready to eat?
So after we had some brunch, we were feeling energized and ready to take on the day. So we headed out to paddleboarding with some of our good friends.
So we went paddleboarding in the Columbia River, which was really cool. What was so awesome about it was that it was dog friendly. They had a few doggy life vests that they offered.
I think that this will fit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, good. And I'll have to check with my boss on what the rental fee is. It's probably like $5 or something.
great.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just
You know, they don't get dogs very often, they said, so they only had a couple pairs. It was, when I thought river, I was kind of nervous that it was like a really fast, free-flowing river. But it turns out it was actually a very calm body of water, which was really nice and safe for the dogs. I didn't want Pav like going downstream and we couldn't catch him. That sounds really scary, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But it was nice that it was a very calm river and the dogs did really great out there.
Chibi now.
no. This is the
And then I'm gonna sit down,
yes.
and then.
And that's the center point. So you're gonna want your knees. Yes.
And then how can I stand up?
You're gonna want to be on your knees until you get past that corner right there. Then
Okay,
you can
got it.
stand up.
All right.
Okay, baby.
Come on, Pav.
Go, Pap. Go, Dad. Thank you.
What was also really cool about this was that there was like a little mini island in the middle. So once we got kind of like halfway through the river, there was like this little mini island that we took over, and it was just like basically a sandbar was what it was. And then the dogs, it was more shallow there, and then the dogs were like happy to be on land again, and then they went out for a little swim, ran around the island, chasing each other, romping around, and it was a really great area to rest.
So definitely a great dog-friendly activity if you want to bring your dog to Portland. What was really cool about this was that it was actually in Portland. So some of the other things that we did, you had to travel a couple hours or at least some time to get to. This one was in Portland, so definitely check it out if you have the opportunity.
You're okay. Yeah.
Yes. And I think it was about, for both of us, I think for 2 hours, I think it was about $60.
Oh, was it?
So the next day, we're still feeling ready for more outdoor stuff. So we headed to Mount Hood, which is about an hour and a half away from Portland. And it's this beautiful national park area, and we did a little hike to a waterfall. Going to Mount Hood, gonna do some easy hikes, see some waterfalls. The hike we did was called Ramona Falls.
Yeah, it was called Ramona Falls, and I think in total it was 8 miles, which is the longest hike that Pavlov has ever gone on. The longest hike I think that I've ever been on. What about you?
To be fair, there was not a lot of elevation until towards the end.
We got lost. Day 4 with lots of water but no food. These prickly plants keep getting to us.
So definitely something that you can bring the dogs to if your dog likes being on hikes.
Yeah, just be sure to bring plenty of water. The nice thing about the hike was that it was shaded most of the way. There's a lot of trees alongside, so we always had areas of shade alongside, so we didn't get too hot. Another part that I would also mention that might be difficult for some people is crossing that river. Yeah, that was kind of hard. That was so fun though. So there's like a little log area.
It's not that crazy, but it does require physical activity, balance, and someone with the confidence / bravery to cross a flowing river. Yeah, so the river isn't that scary, but if you have a dog, it does complicate it. So we had to like hold the dog or let them walk across themselves, and actually the dogs were probably less scared than we were.
Like tons of people on the trail. It's a pretty busy hike. So, you know, it's a little more adventurous than your everyday hike, but it's a good way to see nature. Yeah.
And at the very top, there's a waterfall.
We made it!
Hydration.
Hydration. Best water ever.
Seriously, like the best water.
It's so good and cool.
I almost died. Pavlov almost died.
So Anthony just slipped and fell off that log. Oh, poor titty. It felt. It was scarier than. Cap, wait. I think Cap's okay. It's not fall.
I'm feeling
Pavlov was fine, and so like you'll see the slow-mo of the video. At the very end, I let go of Pavlov, which allows him to kind of like jump onto a rock and like catch himself, even though I ate crap. So
Yeah, so that was our one hike that we did in Mount Hood. Definitely check out other hikes in that park. There are a ton of other hikes, but just check online before to see if they're dog friendly.
And by that time, we were ready to go. The airport was really easy to get to. There were relief areas. The check-in process was really good. If you want to learn more about how to fly with your dog in the airplane cabin, check out our video on that we posted 2 weeks ago. You can find the link here.
Then we headed back to LA, and that was pretty much our Oregon trip. I would say like a majority of our activities were very dog friendly. Like they happen to also be dog friendly and also like happen to be what we wanted to do.
We didn't get to go to every dog-friendly place or every place on our list, so if you have any recommendations about other dog-friendly places, make sure you leave them in the comments below so that other people can check those places out.
Yeah. Would you take your dog to Oregon again?
Oh yeah, I loved Oregon, and I think that it was great for dogs.
Yeah. So overall, we hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was informative, and maybe one day you can take your dog to Oregon too. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you never miss another one of our videos. If you're new here, we like to do a lot of dog-oriented videos and also lifestyle. So, yeet!
And make sure that you always praise that God.
God.